Hello everyone, and welcome to a review of how to solve systems of equations using substitution. And we are focusing on linear equations. So the basic steps are to solve for one variable in one equation, substitute that value into the other equation, solve for the remaining variable, and then substitute and solve to find the value of the other variable. So it makes more sense as you're watching an example. So let me jump right into our example. I've been given this system of equations. Now, one thing to note is that when you're starting with step one, you want to try and find a variable that's easy to solve for. So usually I look for any variable that doesn't have a coefficient because that's going to make life easier for you. So in this particular system, I would solve for this x right here. And all I would need to do is add the 4y to the other side. So I get x equals 11 plus 4y. Okay, now that I have that, I can take this and put it in anywhere I see an x in the other equation. And it has to be in the other equation. It can't be in the same equation you just solved because it's not going to work then. You're just going to get something that's always true, like 10 equals 10 or 11 equals 11. It's not going to work. So it always has to go into the other equation. So I'm going to replace this x with 11 plus 4y. So I have 4y minus 5 times x. And that's 11 plus 4y equals 9. Now, when I put it in, notice I did put parentheses around my expression, and that's because I want to make sure that if there is multiplication happening, or if I'm subtracting x here, I don't accidentally make an algebra mistake. So you want to be very careful about how you put it in. If there is a minus sign in front, you have to distribute to both things. If there is a number in front, we have to distribute to both things. So I'm going to do my distributive property next. So negative 5 times 11 and negative 5 times 4y. So I have 4y minus 55 minus 20y equals 9. Now I'll combine my y's together. So I have negative 55 minus 16y equals 9. And next, I'll add the 55 to the other side. So negative 16y equals 64. And I'll divide to get y alone. So y happens to be negative 4. Okay, so I did step 2, substituting in. Step 3, I solved for the variable that remained. Notice when I substituted, all the x's should disappear because that's our goal, to get one equation in one variable. Now on to the last step. I take this value for y and I put it into any of these equations at the top. It can be this one, it could be this one, it can even be this one, which actually is much easier. So I'm going to go into the one that is boxed out in green. So I have x equals 11 plus 4 times negative 4. And 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. And 11 plus negative 16 happens to be negative 5. So my answer here is x equals negative 5 and y equals negative 4. Now, if you wanted to check your answer, what you could do is take these values and put them back into the original equations and see if they actually work out. So I'm just going to make a little room up here and I'm going to show you that they will work out. Okay, so in this equation, y is negative 4, so I have 4 times negative 4 or negative 16. Minus, and then 5 times negative 5 or negative 25. And that actually does equal 9, so this is true. And I'll do the same thing in this one. X is negative 5, y is negative 4. And negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. And negative 5 plus 16 is 11. So it does work there as well. So that's how you solve systems of equations using substitution.